You know, I've talked about menopause a few times, partly because on April 4th, I'm going to be presenting at Citrine in Larkspur about menopause. But I'll tell you more about that. I'll remind you. So this is not going to become the menopause show, but I also wanted to mention, I've done a couple of video clips about menopause, that, sometimes when a woman turns 50, everybody at 50 takes stock of their lives and like how they've been living their lives and how do they want to live their remaining years. And women around 50 and around menopause take stock of their lives. And often there's a shift that happens. Like when maybe sometimes a woman has been happy to have more, wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of sex, or a more physical kind of sex. And women become more sensual, and we want more touch and more eye gazing and more quality of presence and more sensuality because our experience of ourselves shifts. And women in relationship, it's like assuming a heterosexual model. And the guy is like, well, I've been making love to her for 20 years and it worked before. Like, what's the problem now? And it's really hard for a woman to explain. I just want a different kind of touch. I want more sexuality. I want you to show up differently. And so the guy's like, feeling like he can't win for losing. Like, what happened? And doesn't really understand. And so a lot of what I do is I translate in those situations. And I try to explain to a loving partner what it is that his beloved wants and why it's different and how it might look. And I help them talk to each other about how things can shift so that it's more satisfying for her. And therefore, he's providing her with pleasure and he's making her happy and he gets the win and everybody's happy. So that's another piece about older couples and menopausal women, because sex does not end. It ends, when you want it to end is the thing. It ends when you want it to end. And I don't think it needs to end.